আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।
Good evening and welcome back to the ILFL Soccer Night show. It is time in this second segment to do the draw for the ILFL League Cup. The League Cup sponsored by Tower Hamlets Homes. Like I said, it's that fat boy right there, the one that everybody wants to win. And the gentlemen from Redcoat are going to be conducting the draw for us. So, you know who you are. There are 6 fixtures to be played, 12 teams left in it. Are we looking for plum draws? Who could come out against who? Rush, Shats, let's not have any predictions. Boys, let's just have the draw. Who's going to pick out the first name out of the hat?
I'll do it.
Off you go then. The first name out of the hat for the second round of the ILFL League Cup is...
Beaumont Youth.
Yeah,
Beaumont Youth!
just like last time.
There you go. And we know what happened last time, don't we, Rush? Yeah. So let's see. They will be up against...
London Tigers.
Reach out.
Oh dear. Oh dear. We'll talk about that one in a little while. You couldn't have made it up, could you? Beaumont Youth versus Reach Out is tie 1 in second round of League Cup. Next tie is...
SCTA.
Twice, please.
SCTA. After looking and seeing what that first tie is, they'll want a mouth-watering fixture against...
Stepney FC.
Stepney! Wow. Where are we going to stand the cameras? That's all we can say. So, third one.
Tower Hamlets B.
Tower Hamlets B. Good team, progressing, doing what they do very well. They'll want a nice draw to see if they can progress to the next round, and they're going to be up against...
West End FC.
West End FC. I think that's a good tie.
That's a good tie.
Myself. All 3 have been so far. Let's see if we can maintain the trend. Tie number 4 is going to be...
London Tigers.
London Tigers. The name that makes everybody draw breath. Who's going to be up against them?
You have St. Catherine's.
St. Catherine's. That's the one where we're looking for underdog to overcome. Tie number 5.
Bow FC.
Bow FC. They've shown that they can beat good teams, informed teams, and when Bow are on form, who knows what can happen with them. They are up against...
Burdett FC.
Burdett FC.
No, Derby.
Well, one of those are going through to the next round. And the final tie, you know who's left, but for posterity, we'll conclude the draw by saying...
Leytonstone.
Leytonstone, a team out of sorts in their division. They'll be looking for a good cup run. Who are they up against?
Sire.
Sire, another team, desperate. I think their only win has come in the cup, I think, this season
That's correct.
so far,
That's
isn't
correct.
it?
You're still looking for the premiership win.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. That concludes the draw for the League Cup, sponsored by Tower Hamlets Homes. And here they are again for you, and we'll run through them right now. Beaumont Youth against Reach Out, Part 2. SCTA, great game up against Stepney. That's going to really sort out whether SCTA have the credentials for playing in the top division. Tower Hamlets B take on West End. Again, that will be a fantastic game. London Tigers will take on St. Catherine's. Bow FC will take on Burdett FC, and Leytonstone will take on Sire. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn to my boys on the right at Redcoat and say good evening to you.
Evening, David.
Thanks for coming in, all right? Really appreciate it. And let's kick off by saying to you, which one of those teams have you met before, and how do you think they will do in the Cup?
We played Tower Hamlets B in the last round of the Cup. A very organised team. I think they'll go very far.
Yeah, what was it about them that you just couldn't match?
They're very physical.
Yeah?
We being a new team in the league, we're getting used to that.
So what are you, more football and they was just all thuggery? Is that what we're trying to say?
They got red cards. in the game, so it shows it all.
Maybe the less said about that. I don't want to raise up old wounds there. Let's look at the games at the top of the draw. Rash, I have to turn to you.
Coincidence. We still haven't played the Challenge Cup for Birmingham Youth against Feature, and the League Cup, same draw, so we're going to play them twice during the season in both cups. So, yes, it's a tough draw. I've seen them play. I know they lost with Bone yesterday, but they're a very good outfit. I think one of the best teams in the league so far, because in terms of preparation, they have a 45-minute drill. They have a good tactics. They have a board. They're well organised, and yes, they lost yesterday, but the way they played was very impressive. So it's a tough game to play in the cup. Again, being the underdogs, I think that'll be an advantage. So we've got nothing to lose, and just try our best and see what happens. Cup, you never know. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. Is there a chance for SCTA against Stepney, Shax?
There's always a chance. I always like to go for the underdogs. Just give the extra edge.
Is this a game where, I mean, Stepney are Stepney. I mean, let's not belittle who Stepney are. But SCTA, the way they're playing this season, are they creditable opponents for a team like Stepney?
The problem is you don't know which team going to turn up, the good team or the bad team.
With SCTA we're talking about.
Yeah. So I hope the good team, the good players and the good team turn up on that day. And obviously I'm going to go for SCTA to win that game.
And further down the list, we can see Bow FC playing Burdett FC. Are we looking? What are we looking at there?
I think from what I've seen yesterday, I think Bow are looking very good. Burdett this season are struggling. They need some kind of magic or some miracle from somewhere. But if Bow can continue the way they play in the last couple of weeks, I think they're looking favourable. But what you discussed about Stepney, I've seen them play the last 3-4 weeks, and they're looking awesome. They're one of the top teams at the one time. Stepney, West End are playing football out of this world. They are the two teams to play against it. I think SCT will have a hard time against Stepney.
And the draw down there at the bottom, Leytonstone Sire. I find that one tough to call.
It is going to be tough because I've seen them play, and they're both teams struggling. Both can't get a win, can't score. And for some reason, they're finding the Premiership very hard. So be against each other in the cup. They both will fancy each other on the field, but they need to get a win because in league form they're very, very poor at the moment.
So come on, let's stick our necks out on the line. These ties are going to be played in a couple of weeks on the 23rd of November. So let's stick our necks on the line and let's just predict that one. Leytonstone Sire. Come on, Shax.
I'll go for Sire.
Sire?
Just Sire.
I was going to say Sire as well. I'm really sorry, Leytonstone. So I hope you guys turn up and prove us all wrong here because that's what you're here to do.
Especially because I saw you at Leytonstone yesterday, and because of that, what I saw yesterday, I'm going for Sire.
But by the way, what a draw, eh? It was very exciting, that draw,
Good.
wasn't it?
I like it. Couldn't have made it up, like I said. Great draw. Like I said, the ILFL League Cup Round 2 will be played on the 23rd of November in 2 weeks' time. Guys, let's turn to you and talk a little bit more about Redco. And what we'd like to know is learn a little bit more. It's a bit of a getting to know you stage where we are. So tell us a little bit more about yourselves. New team. You're here now. How are you finding it? Ilyas, I'll ask you first.
It's going good. We couldn't ask for more, really. All praise to the Lord. It's a new team, as you just mentioned. We kind of get used into the players gelling together as well. I mean, we have been playing for some time now. It's just that putting it up to that level and, you know, that competitive level, we're just stepping up to that game and, you know, new opponents, you know, different weeks.
So what are you learning? You're 6 games in. You only had 1 defeat. So you're learning something because you must be improving as each week goes by.
Well, that I would leave for Shuo to answer. From the sidelines, he's seen a lot from the team as a whole. I'd say we have improved a bit, but there's a long way still to go.
Shuel, so you're Mourinho on the side. How are you seeing things develop?
It's going well, really. From the Summer League, when we first started off, we were throwing results away every week, but now we're learning to defend them, taking the lead and...
So what's the progression for you? I mean, is it just about consolidating a 16, 18, 21-man squad, whatever it is for you, and just getting through this first season and see where you are, or do you have realistic goals?
We started off to see where we can get with this team, but now that we're doing well, we want to go for the 2nd place or maybe the title.
Okay. Ooh.
I'll quickly ask, can you tell us where your players are from, or where you're based, and where your players are from?
Most of our players are from Stepney Green. We've been
Okay.
playing social football with each other for the last 7, 8 years now. So last September we decided to take it further and go into competitive football.
We heard last week Stepney B, manager from Stepney B was on here, and I know one of the issues that they felt very strongly, very passionately about was the fact that you mentioned Stepney Green, and it was an area where you played football. How do you see that whole issue with the whole thing with the Stepney AstroTurf and Stepney Green as a whole, and limiting the opportunities for people in that area to develop their social football?
We're on the same level as them, really, waiting for the email for the lights to come through.
So what do you do in the meantime? What are you doing?
I've been emailing them twice a week, no response as of yet.
And what about your football? How are you training? How are you guys getting by?
We've gone to different locations over the last couple of weeks just to keep us going for the time being.
And that shows great commitment from your players. I mean, you've got to be impressed with the commitment your players show.
Yeah, definitely am.
And where are you going now? I mean, like I said, we'll talk about the fixtures to come. You're lying 5 points behind Robin Hood Tigers. I mean, Robin Hood Tigers are, and they're having one of those seasons. Anything can happen. But you are now behind Robin Hood Tigers, and then you're level on points with Beaumont Youth, who would like to think that they would be the team to be pushing the Tigers, but you are there. So, I mean, you made a statement, and you made it very calmly and very confidently. So it's no joke when you say, you know, we're looking for a top 2 position, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When we played Beaumont Youth about a month back, we were 2-0 up and then 4-2 up, and then conceded about 2 goals in the last 7 minutes.
Wow.
So we should have really won that game. So we should have been second.
You're looking forward to the return?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, Rush.
They're looking good. I was quite impressed in the summer. I think because of the players and from the same area, they know each other. The comfort zone is there. But because this is the first time in the winter, it's a different kettle of fish altogether. I think they're getting experience. But the way they play, the way they set up, they come early. Last few weeks I saw them turn up the pitches well early, get organised. So it's looking good for them for a new team in the winter season. And hopefully we'll see what happens in the season. But I think Beaumont might just beat them in the season.
You just had to get that one in, didn't you, Rush? Listen, thanks very much. You've seen what we've done in the second segment of the show there. We've had a little chat with Redcoat, and they'll be staying for the third segment of the show. Nana will be joining us in the third segment as well. And we'll be talking about the upcoming fixtures this Sunday. It's all that and more in the third segment of the ILFL Soccer Night show. And we'll be back after this short break.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।